as you can see, we have a nice little river here. We'll call it Little River. And it's flowing from the mountains. And there's a nice little house over here that somebody's built. A little bi-level house. And we'll see the effects of soil erosion when a storm comes through and rain builds up in the mountains and causes a mass flow of water rapidly. Let's say a hurricane comes through. So now we're going to see the hurricane's getting ready to come through and dump a bunch of rain, and we'll see what happens. Now the river's starting to run faster, and you can see the bank that we had at one time is now let loose, and the soil is starting to erode away and creating new passageways that the water flows. And it came down here, and all this water come through this little oxbow and create a little oxbow out in here, kind of cut off from all other water. And it came down here, and all this soil that was once up at the top of this river has now flowed downward and created a delta out here. And we'll just say this is the ocean way out here. And the ocean, where the river came into the ocean, it just dumped a bunch of sediment out there and filled up into shallow inlet. So as you can see, our poor little house now have water damage. And that's the basic concept of soil erosion. Now that the water has stopped flowing, you can see where this bank gave way and all that water rushed out there, and you can see along in here where a lot of that soil got washed away and washed over here and kind of deposited around in here. And you can see that, and it flows right on out there. And you can see that where this water, for this demonstration I was using a water hose, and it came right out of here with all that pressure. It created a nice little belly in there, a deep spot, and it came up, and all that sand flowed right on down past this house and down through here, and it all deposited out in here, and it created high spots out along in here on the what would be called a delta, and the rest of the sediment got deposited way out there. So now that you have the water stopped, you can definitely see where soil erosion is happening just by a simple storm just coming through and dumping a bunch of rain and falling out of the mountains through the rivers and right out into the ocean, where it's all getting deposited right at the mouth of the river.